Aries, here's your horoscope for Friday, December 12th. Today stretches in 2 acts. Early on, the Virgo moon puts a harsh light on little frustrations in your routines and relationships, especially where you feel like you are doing more than your share. With the moon tangled up with Saturn, Neptune, and Mars, it is easy to feel tired, misunderstood, or pulled in too many directions at once. Later, when the moon slides into Libra, the mood softens and your attention shifts to finding balance and ease with the people around you. Mercury and Venus in Sagittarius help you say what you mean with warmth, not edge. And Neptune, now moving direct, clears just enough emotional fog for you to see who is worth your effort. You do not have to solve every tension or carry every relationship. Today is about noticing where your fire is being fed and where it is quietly being used up. The more honest you are about what feels fair, the easier it becomes to find the people who want to meet you halfway. Micro move. Choose one situation where you feel overextended and gently scale back, even a little. See who steps up when you stop rushing in first. Somewhere between the version of you who saves everyone and the version who saves no one, a truer kind of courage is waiting to meet you. Taurus, here is your horoscope for Friday, December 12th. The day begins with the moon in Virgo highlighting what actually brings you joy and what only looks good on paper. Old responsibilities or expectations may clash with what your heart honestly wants, especially around romance, creativity, and the way you give affection. As the moon moves into Libra, your focus shifts toward the quieter ways people show care in everyday life through small acts, kindness, and follow through. With Mercury and Venus traveling through Sagittarius, deeper talks about intimacy, trust, and shared resources are on the table, and Neptune direct helps you see which friendships and communities actually support your future. This is a day for choosing the kinds of bonds that feel both solid and alive, not just familiar. Micromove, give a little extra presence to one relationship that has quietly proven itself over time. Let them feel that you notice and value their steadiness. As you learn to treat your own heart like sacred ground, people who were only visiting begin to drift away, and those meant to stay find their way home to you. Gemini, here is your horoscope for Friday, December 12th. The early Virgo moon points straight at your foundations, home, family, and the emotional patterns you carry into every relationship. Old worries may rise, or you might feel torn between keeping the peace and telling the truth. When the moon enters Libra later, the energy lightens, inviting more play, flirtation, and creative connection, and reminding you that relationships can be both deep and fun. With Mercury and Venus in Sagittarius opposite your sign, one-to-one conversations become powerful mirrors. You may suddenly see how your own habits and communication have shaped a bond, for better or worse. Neptune moving direct at the top of your chart helps you realign your relationships with the future you are trying to build, not the story you are trying to escape. Micromove. Reach out to one person who feels like a true equal and share something honest, not just clever. Let the connection be a little more real than usual. When your words start to match the life you secretly want, the people who belong in that life recognize you instantly. Cancer, here's your horoscope for Friday, December 12th. The Virgo moon in the first half of the day turns small conversations into emotional weather fronts. A passing comment, a text, or a change of tone can feel bigger than it looks because it taps into deeper stories about being heard and understood. Later, when the moon enters Libra, the focus shifts to your home and private world, where your need for comfort, beauty, and emotional safety becomes impossible to ignore. Mercury in Sagittarius emphasizes the practical side of your relationships, from shared tasks to health habits, while Neptune, direct in Pisces, asks you to let go of old disappointments about who did or did not show up for you in the past. You are allowed to design a new kind of closeness that works better for who you are now. Micromove. Instead of pretending you are fine, share one small, real feeling with someone you trust and let them respond without you managing the moment. When you stop apologizing for needing what you need, the universe quietly rearranges your circle around the shape of your true heart. Leo, here's your horoscope for December 12th. The day opens with the moon in Virgo, spotlighting how your time, energy, and affection are spent. You may see more clearly where you have been underpaid or underappreciated, emotionally or materially. As the moon glides into Libra, the emphasis moves to your voice, your ideas, and the people who genuinely enjoy hearing from you. Conversations can feel smoother and more affirming as the day goes on. With the Sun, Mercury, and Venus all in fellow fire sign Sagittarius, your charm is turned up, but Neptune, now direct, reminds you that not everyone drawn to your light is meant to stay close. Today is about choosing the relationships where your warmth is received with respect, not entitlement. Micro move. Give a little extra attention to the person who consistently celebrates your wins in private, not just in public. Let them know you see them too. As you learn to share your glow with those who truly value it, life begins to feel less like a performance and more like a gathering of genuine hearts. Virgo, here is your horoscope for December 12th. For the first part of the day, the moon in your sign makes every feeling louder and more noticeable. Body signals, tiny reactions, and old anxieties may all come up at once, especially around how you are received in close relationships. When the moon shifts into Libra, the focus moves to your sense of worth and the kind of exchange you expect from the people in your life. Mercury and Venus in Sagittarius stir themes of home, family, and emotional security, while Neptune, direct in your partnership zone, begins to clear confusion about what is romantic idealism and what is actual compatibility. You are being guided toward relationships where your careful heart is a treasure, not a tool. Micro move, like notice one place where you automatically overfunction for someone. Do just a little less today and watch whether they step in or simply step back. When you stop earning love through effort alone, the kind of love that would choose you anyway finally has room to arrive. Libra, here is your horoscope for December 12th. The day starts with the moon in Virgo, moving through the most private part of your chart, stirring dreams, memories, and the quiet stories you tell yourself about love and belonging. It may feel like your emotions are speaking in whispers rather than clear sentences. Once the moon enters your sign, everything sharpens. You become acutely aware of how others see you and how much space you take up in your closest bonds. With Mercury and Venus in Sagittarius, honest conversations can be both direct and kind, and Neptune direct nudges you to stop doing all the emotional labor in relationships that never quite reciprocate. Today favors gentle but decisive rebalancing. Micro move. In one interaction, let someone else be the one who smooths the tension or reaches out first. Watch what happens when you leave space. As you let the scales of your heart settle into their natural position, the people who truly value you adjust and the rest quietly drift out of view. Scorpio, here is your horoscope for December 12th. The Virgo moon, early in the day, highlights friends, allies, and the wider circles you move in, making it easier to see which connections are evolving with you and which are standing still. Later, as the moon slips into Libra, the energy turns inward toward your own inner world, fantasies, fears, and secret hopes about partnership and intimacy. Mercury and Venus in Sagittarius stir questions about self-worth and what you are truly getting back from the bonds you invest in, while Neptune direct in your romance and creativity sector begins to clear fog around who and what inspires you at a soul level. You are being invited to choose people who can match your depth without drowning in it. Micro move. Share one sincere, uncomplicated appreciation with someone who has proven they are safe, even if expressing it feels a little vulnerable. When you offer your intensity to hearts that can hold it, your love stops feeling like a storm and starts feeling like a tide that carries you both somewhere new. Sagittarius, here is your horoscope for December 12th. The moon in Virgo at the start of the day points at your role in the world, your responsibilities, and how your relationships intersect with your ambitions. You may feel torn between tending to your public image and wanting more spontaneous connection. Once the moon enters Libra, a softer, more social energy takes over, drawing you toward friends, community, and the people who share your hopes for the future. With the Sun, Mercury, and Venus all in your sign, your presence is strong and people are drawn to your honesty and humor. Neptune direct at the base of your chart, though, reminds you that you still need an emotional landing place, not just an audience. Today is about weaving your big dreams and your real need for closeness into the same story. Micro move. Invite one person you trust into a little more of your inner world, even if it is just sharing a fear or a hope you usually keep to yourself. When your freedom includes someone who holds the map with you, the road ahead stops feeling like escape and starts feeling like an adventure you are meant to share. Capricorn, here is your horoscope for December 12th. The Virgo moon at the beginning of the day opens your mind to bigger questions about what you truly believe about love, loyalty, and the kind of life you want to build with others. You may feel restless or ready for a new chapter. As the moon moves into Libra, Attention shifts to how your current relationships fit into your long-term plans and whether the roles you play in public match what your heart actually wants in private. With Mercury and Venus in Sagittarius stirring your inner world and Neptune direct in Pisces helping to clear miscommunications, you may suddenly find language for feelings that have been swirling just out of reach. This is a good day to let a little more truth into your connections, even if it means adjusting old agreements. Micro move. Ask one sincere question that matters to you in a relationship instead of assuming you already know the answer. Then really listen. As you let your heart sit at the same table as your ambitions, the relationships that cannot grow with you quietly step aside, making room for those that can. Aquarius, here is your horoscope for December 12th. The day starts with the moon in Virgo, drawing your focus to deeper bonds, shared resources, and the invisible agreements that shape your closest ties. You may feel more aware of power imbalances or unspoken expectations. When the moon enters Libra, the energy opens out into a wider horizon, inviting you to see your relationships through the lens of growth, travel, learning, and future possibilities. Mercury and Venus in Sagittarius highlight your friendships and networks, while Neptune, direct in Pisces, brings clarity around how your self-worth plays into every choice you make about who you let close. You are being guided to bonds that respect your independence and your ideals, not just your usefulness. Micro move. In one important relationship, name a boundary or preference calmly and clearly, even if you would usually let it slide. When you remember that your heart is not a community project, but a sacred space, the people meant to walk beside you start treating it that way too. Pisces, here is your horoscope for December 12th. The Virgo moon spends the first part of the day moving through your relationship zone, reflecting your feelings back to you through the behavior of partners, friends, and close allies. You may feel extra sensitive to tone, attention, or distance. Later, as the moon flows into Libra, the focus deepens into emotional exchange, intimacy, and the quiet ways people show whether they are all in or only halfway. With Neptune, your modern ruler, now direct in your sign, you begin to wake up from a long dream about who you are allowed to be in love. Mercury and Venus in Sagittarius bring themes of calling and purpose into the mix, asking you to choose relationships that support your path instead of blurring it. Micromove. Spend a little extra time with the person who feels like calm water to your nervous system, and let yourself fully relax in their presence. As you trust the quiet wisdom of your own tides, the connections that are truly meant for you begin to feel less like a question and more like a gentle, undeniable answer.